My name is Anthony Teresi. I'm a second generation clairvoyant, master astrologer, and psychic. I've been doing this work for over 30 years now, and I really love it.
Ho, 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 it's magic, you know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic, you know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic, you know. Never believe it's not It's magic, you know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic.
Erin is a client of mine who came to me a couple of years ago when she was having difficulty. She is in her late 20s, pretty, smart. Recently, she called me and said she was having emotional difficulties and she was going through some trauma in her life. I decided to check her chart and see what was going on. Now, you have to understand, she also has Saturn on her ascendant, very difficult aspect. So I was not surprised to find, when I looked at it, these very difficulties being present. I called her up, told her to make an appointment because we need to talk.
Yeah, today's a really crazy day, but I was able to make an appointment with Anthony. I'm just feeling really overwhelmed lately with life, and I feel that like by seeing him, he's going to be able to kind of help redirect me and give me the guidance I need. And I just, I from career to my love life, everything has just been like in a whirlwind, and I really need to kind of refocus and get on the path I'm supposed to be on. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing him today.
Hi,
Nice
Anthony.
to see you.
You too.
Come on in.
Cool. Thanks.
So, Erin, what's up?
To be honest, I just feel like I have a lot of things going on right now, Anthony, and I just wanted to come and see you and find out what's going on and get some direction.
Okay, great. Before we get into the specifics, I want to give you an idea of where you are in your life at this point. It's very significant for you to understand that you're in an extremely difficult time coming up for you, but it'll be challenging but wonderful in the same process. I can best explain it to you by the myth of the firebird. I don't know if you've ever heard of that or not. In mythology, there's a myth of a firebird. It's this incredibly beautiful bird, and it's effervescent, and it's just a beauty to behold. And it's always evolving, always becoming more beautiful as it goes. At one point, it reaches its fullness, and it at that point begins to dissolve because it just can't be any more beautiful at that moment. It dissolves into ashes, and from those ashes rises an even more beautiful bird than was there before from that standpoint. In many ways, your life is representative of this at this particular point. The things and the structures in your life that are working are going to remain intact. That beauty that is you is going to be significantly more enhanced as time goes on. And it's very poetic to say rising from the ashes become more beautiful, but how do you think those ashes got there to begin with?
Yeah.
So these areas of your life, and by the way, in your case, we all go through this at one point in our life in about your age frame. Yours is extremely more significant and extremely more acute because your Saturn, lucky you, is right on your ascendant, and it brings to bear all of your life challenges. Now, at one point before you were born, you're hanging out on the edge of forever and you're going, oh, this is really cool. I'll wait for these planets to come and I'll have this challenge and I'll climb that mountain and I'll wage that war. And at the end of my life, I will be victorious and I will have gathered this beauty to my spirit and things will be wonderful.
Man, it's really hard telling someone they're in a tough spot in their life. Sometimes things are not exactly wonderful. But if I can give them hope, clarity, and a reason to believe in a positive future, I can really make a difference in their life.
More importantly, it's a time when everything is going to come up for revision. Your concepts about relationships, your concepts about career. At this point, it's doubtful that any relationship that you're in right now, if it hasn't worked beautifully, is going to sustain. In fact, it might be very difficult in that regard, from that standpoint.
Erin was visibly upset. It's hard to hear you're about to be going through a difficult time, but she's entering a period of challenge and restructuring that we all face between the ages of 28 and 30. Fortunately, she got it and felt much better by the end of our session.
Seeing Anthony today was really pivotal. It made me realize why I like to get his advice and get his input, because I feel like it really gives me a lot of direction, and I feel it's sincere. And again, I like the fact that it's not like he's trying to tell me this is what's going to happen for sure and blah blah blah. It's, you know, everyone has their own free will, but it kind of makes me feel a little bit more at peace that even though I'm going through these struggles and, you know, these changes, that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I love seeing Anthony. I love coming to him and getting his perspective and trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can from him. So I'm really glad I came today.
Anthony, I came to see you today because I have a question that's going on. Everything is always in control in my life, pretty much, at least by my viewpoint. But I've been a single mom for a long time. I haven't brought anybody into my home on purpose. I dedicated myself to raising those kids. My youngest will be 16 this coming year. And I can barely see myself in a relationship, but I'd like to be in one. So I came to see you to find out if that's just the way it's supposed to be, or if some of my mannerisms can change.
Okay. We're going to look at that.
I could tell that underneath it all, Kathy was clearly having deep emotional issues. I decided to use the cards just to confirm what I already knew. Wow! When I saw those cards, I nearly fell out of my chair. It was just as I thought. Kathy's husband had cheated on her. Her entire life had fallen apart. Her marriage, her family, all destroyed. She hadn't been able to let go of the pain, and it was ruining her life. I had to find a way to help her heart let go and move on.
Until you resolve this and let this go, it is going to come back and continually undermine your efforts. And you know, you're not that old, with all due respect, okay? You've got a big window of opportunity here. But every day that passes,
I know that.
come on. I mean, what are we doing it for? Okay, let me have your hand for a second, all right? Now, I know that you know, all right?
Okay.
You need to know. There is a difference between this and this. You're a brilliant woman, okay? You need to let this go. You're outthinking yourself. You're outsmarting yourself. You're tricking your heart.
I've never seen a clairvoyant before. I do like to read my horoscope. I'm more a show me the facts type of person, the science, the math. But he did the tarot cards on me today, which really wasn't what I expected. And the funny thing was, one of the tarot cards was absolutely what has happened to me. And it shook me a little bit. You often think, can that just be for anybody? That particular situation about the love triangle happened to me, and that's the thing that's got me stuck right now. So I would like to follow up on him. I'd like to really find the time of my birth so I can get a lot of information on what my chart's like.
So, how can I help you?
This was a gift from a former girlfriend, and it's always been interesting. I've never had one done before, and so I just wanted to see what would happen.
I can tell you a lot about who you are, but I kind of think that's not what you want. I kind of think that you're looking to have some sort of semblance of what you could expect to come into your life at this particular point. So we're going to focus on that.
Great.
Because if we were going to talk about something else, I would be approaching this differently. We're seeing that in your career, you've had a very difficult time in terms of really focusing as far as success is concerned. You're sort of a combination of tremendous drive and great magnetism from that standpoint. But in many instances, you're sort of like the pirate ship that's going around in circles with the guns blazing, but then you always come back to stage one. It's like, all right, I spent all my bullets and I didn't get any target. What's the deal? Okay.
I was really impressed when Cody walked into the room. I thought to myself, finally, I'm going to get a chance to tell someone that good things were going to happen. I had to make him understand that he just had way too many irons in the fire. But I could definitely see that he was a guy whose career was just about to take off.
Later this year, but really more 08, looks to be around the March, April, and May of next year, you have a tremendous breakthrough at that particular point. And much of what you've been working for, in fact, to be honest with you, not that I would want to embarrass you or anything, but I'm seeing you really burst into tears around that time, tears of joy, because you worked so hard at that particular point. It's almost like, you know, the heavens open up for you.
Right.
It's a tremendous time for you, my friend.
Oh, thank you. It's exciting.
I wish I could be more positive about your love life during this time. Because you probably are going to have a sense of, comings and goings in that regard. So I think that you probably will have more often than not opportunities, but you really focus on your career. And anyone looking for commitment at this particular point is looking at the wrong guy. So next year you get the sense of validation, your life opens up for you, and it's like, it just comes rolling in, and you're going, oh my God, I can't believe this is true, but it will be true. And even you will be forced to admit, wow, it's happening. I'm in it.
That's crazy.
I know a lot of people are afraid to come and
Yeah,
see a
yeah.
psychic or even an astrologer because they're fearful that
Right.
somehow they're going to be told that their destiny or their fate is this or that. And nothing could be farther from the truth. There is no destiny or fate in terms of like predestination. It's all about free will choices. And that's what we're doing here. We're helping you make free will choices. Hi, it's Anthony.
Hi, Anthony. It's Kathy Saldana. I don't know if you remember me. I saw you this week.
Yeah, I do. How you doing, Kathy?
Hi, I'm doing really well. I just wanted to touch base with you and let you know I used to go out with some girlfriends this weekend, and we went out and we had a great time, and I just decided to relax a little bit and stop carrying my past with me, and I had a wonderful evening, and I met what I think is a pretty nice gentleman, and we're going to be having dinner this week.
Oh, Kathy, that's great news. I'm glad to hear that. It's not so hard, is it?
I don't know. We'll get to dinner and see what happens, but that's a big step for me.
Well, I know it is, and I'm really glad to hear that you've taken this step. I think it's going to make all the difference in the world for you. So do me a favor, date, have some fun. When you find somebody that you think might be interesting, would like to take a look further, then let me know, and we'll look deeper into it. Okay?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks so much for calling. I really appreciate it.
Okay, you have a great day.
You too. Good luck.
Thanks.
It's really amazing. It's always about love. You think people would be interested in career or money or finances, but it's always about when will I find my soulmate, when will I be in love, when will love come into my life. I love my job because it helps me help people find that. If I can just help one person during the course of a day, then I'm feeling like I'm doing my job.
Oh, it's magic, you know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic, you know. Never believe it's not so. Never been awake, never seen a day break. Leaning on my pillow.